This is Coral Casper, an Ironman account with the dream of becoming the most renowned chef in all of Gielinor. To achieve this dream, he shall cook almost every single of the 135 available recipes 100 times. In this series, we will follow him on his quest to do just that. We are starting today's episode off with some thieving from master farmers in Draenor Village to further our farming journey. In terms of desirable seeds from their thieving drop table, we have S tier reserved for allotment seeds. Allotments, in particularly potato, onion and tomato, are used for many recipes that we will make. From the different varieties of baked potato to using tomato on pizzas, and having vegetables be one of the ingredients used for gnome cooking too. In A tier, we have seeds from the special, herb and bushes categories. These are some of the seeds, like the mushroom spores, that we will need for some recipes down the line, but they aren't as prominent as the allotment seeds. Lastly, we have hop and flower seeds in the B tier. While we will plant these to further our farming endeavors, they aren't exactly the highest priority in our farming journey. The hop seeds are plentiful and we can usually keep flowers in a patch for longer if we plan the allotments around it fairly well. Next up for brewing is the Asgardian Ale, where we will use some of the barley malts and Asgardian hops that we have farmed in the last couple of days. After full days of waiting, we can pick up the fresh batch of Asgardian Ale using some of the beer glasses that we have made before. We will now have completed 2 out of 20 brewing recipes on the list. Can you guess which ale we will tackle next? So we're back at the cows for some more dairy products, working towards finishing the entire dairy section off of our list. Making dairy products in old school Runescape is a pretty slow process, as it requires you to take your buckets, milk a cow, and then spend some time at one of the dairy churns. There are 3 tiers of products that you can make here: cream, butter and cheese, and each of these tiers takes a little more time than the one prior. If you start from milk, it takes 10 ticks or 6 seconds to get to cream. It takes 19 ticks or 11.4 seconds to get to butter. And it takes 26 ticks or 15.6 seconds to get to cheese. So this all got me thinking, just how much time are we spending on making cheese here? With 15.6 seconds per cheese made and making 14 cheeses per inventory, this would net us a total of 218.4 seconds or 3.64 minutes spent at the dairy churn alone. not factoring in milking, running and banking. If we look at the larger picture than just an inventory with cheese, we will need to make cheese for 10 other recipes. This means that we will make 1,000 cheeses after this initial batch, which turns into 260 minutes or 4 hours spent at the dairy churn. Does this matter? No, we're playing Runescape. To round up the cooking portion of this video, we will spend some time fishing for pike at Barbarian Village. With a cooking level of over 50, it is pretty easy to cook these right over the fire that is beside the fishing spot, making this probably one of the more efficient cooking recipes thus far in terms of gathering and cooking. Next up, we work on finishing some quests. First is Druidic Ritual, which allows us access to the Herblore skill. It is a prerequisite for a lot of quests, among which is Jungle Potion, that ultimately leads to Taibo One-Eye Trio, where we will learn how to cook Corrupt One. Then we will work towards Priest in Peril by completing Rune Mysteries first. Priest in Peril is needed to open up Mauritania, where we will find snails to cook as well as interesting unlocks for the future. We're in need of a good cash stack, and I found that soloing Temporos is a good way to train fishing and get some income. In the spirit of this challenge, I don't want to rely too much on the raw fish rewards from this minigame, as it's been fun to go for a specific fish whenever we are going for a particular recipe. As such, I will be selling all of the raw fish that I get from this minigame up until we hit turtle and manta ray, where Temporos becomes one of the few sources where we can actually get these fish. The objective of this challenge is to show off much of the content, places and music of this long-standing game that you might miss when you let efficiency dictate your actions. With that run of temper roast completed, it marks the end of this episode. 27 out of 135 recipes completed leaves us with a 20% completion rate, marking the first milestone of this account. This was Cooked episode 6. I'll see you guys in the first milestone episode special. Peace.